We'll remember him and Eckersley both featuring in that St Helens derby last season, when Harry Robertson, I think, also made his debut for St Helens. So they're used to already the big occasion. And it's Harry Smith's left foot who gets the game underway. Leeds will have first touch of the ball in these early stages. What are you expecting? What will be the response? It's a penalty here already for Leeds. What are you expecting to be the response from Leeds here this afternoon?
Well, I mean, epitomised by that first carry, I feel. I think, excellent first contribution from Cooper Jenkins. Pulls himself through the line and earns a penalty. That's exactly the sort of stuff that Brad Arthur is talking about.
And he is a man for the challenge as well. He will not shirk that opportunity, but there are four there to meet him and make sure that he's going no further, James Bentley. And Leeds looking to prosper in these early stages. What a noise from the south stand. Connor with a chance to shine in that hooking position again now, with Ackers sidelined for some time. Expecting big minutes from him today, which he's been denied so far this season. Hammered home again by Palacia, and the opening set, or the second of the opening sets, taking Leeds deep inside Wigan territory. Jenkins again, who started the menace off with that very first drive, and this will be the last. Swept away, Connor, little chip over the top. It's a tantalising, teasing one, but Bevan French is there. A little shuffle of the feet, but met well by Leeds defenders.
And that'll be very high on Leeds Rhinos' list of things to do as well, is keep a tight rein on Bevan French. Good kick chase, well-placed kick from Jake Connor. That's exactly what I mean about that balance as well. Discipline, conservative at times for Jake Connor, I think is going to be an important part of the key to his success this evening.
Taken forward this time by Thompson, as Wigan look to respond with their first chance to hold the ball, and early Harry Smith will kick and Lockie Miller will catch, and a chance to put a bit of footwork on as well. Well, the rain's staying off at the moment. We had an absolute deluge about, what, an hour ago? And there is more expected on the way. We hope it just holds off, because that could spoil it as a spectacle, couldn't it? Given the dancing stars we've got on show today. Oh, here's good from Brodie Croft, and the offload as well.
Harry Newman in support. That's the first bright spark from Brodie Croft. Wilkins said it, pitch side. He wants to see the man of steel, Brodie Croft. The quality that he brings.
Oh, Palacia can't reach that. The pass is poor. And again, a symptom of what Leeds have been doing.
And that's it. That's what you've seen in the last 10 seconds has been Leeds Rhinos this year. A lovely little glimpse of brilliance, and then fundamentals within the next 10 seconds. Lack of communication there. Who was going to be the recipient of the ball? Palacia doesn't manage to grab it. Jenkins fumbles. But this was the Brodie Croft break. Just playing eyes-up football, over-committed from Jake Wardle in the Wigan Warriors defence, and a half-break early on. That's twice now they've got the noses through this Wigan line.
Here's Eckersley for Wigan. Those who gets a chance today in the absence of a couple of established injured stars. Adam Kieran, of course, missing. Jay Field missing. Abbas Miski going late. Ethan Hubbard, Brad O'Neill already on that long-term injury list. So Wigan having to battle with a few negatives in terms of health and fitness. But isn't that the story for every club? Leaning, having a look. Here's Smith. Nasemba offers the challenge. The dent is made, but no more. One play to go. Leaning, bending his back and going left, and finding Smith, who sticks it as high as he possibly can. Lockie Miller's not going to get there. The ball's bounced, and it's lucky for Croft. Comfortable take for him in the end.
Took an age to come down, a steepling kick from Harry Smith, and now Wigan get the chance to really turn the screws. Look at the line speed first play. Some real intent in this defence early on.
Connor back to dummy half again. Palacia with a big, blasting, challenging effort. A couple of plays to go in the set. Leeds find themselves very deep inside their own territory, so looking for an escape route, which Connor's boot is hoping to find with a potential 40-20, but the angle wasn't cute enough. French has to be careful. Leeds' chase and effort is good, and French is stopped there.
Yeah, really good exit plan from the Leeds Rhinos. Jake Connor took control there. There were 17 metres made on the fourth play. So he goes downtown and he gets a good response from his chasing pack as well.
That was Douglas the winger. Oh, and Marshall with a juggle. And Marshall with a step and finds a way through, and there's support there as well from Waddle, and Waddle gets it onto Leeming, and Leeming with a sprint can't bounce away. Quick as a flash though. Wigan find themselves in a wonderfully attacking position. They want this ball played quickly. Thompson is the dummy half on that occasion. Dragged to the ground, flicks it away, but it gets a knock back. Bentley working so hard there, so hard, and giving his team possession back with sheer persistence.
Oh, and he'd be furious with himself, Luke Thompson. They were in perfect position. He didn't need to throw the pass. If he had his time again, he'd maybe have second thoughts about that, because they'd split the Leeds Rhinos wide open. It was just that offload. Didn't need to be thrown. Second play in the set.
And Leeds are looking wide, and all the early portents here is that we're going to have a really good game. We've seen some flashes of brilliance. That needs to be an offload, and it is a fantastic getaway from that touchline as Miller takes it on again. The drums are thumping, the hearts are beating. We're enjoying this. This is Palacia across to Croft. Connell's joining in, but it's going to stop there. Newman just about on the halfway line, not much further.
Oh, that's a brilliant offload, isn't it? Riley Lum knew he was heading for the sideline. Lockie Miller gave him an outlet. You're right, it has all the makings, all the hallmarks of a really special evening this evening, doesn't it?
Connor, this is Croft now, just lifting it, making it a challenge because of the height. Oh, and Marshall and Bevan French both putting their names on that. It could have ended disastrously, but Leeds putting pressure on as a result. It's got to be the game plan to French, isn't it? Stick it high, get there as soon as he catches it.
Yeah, give him no space whatsoever. And as a fullback, you know, as a winger on a receiving end, you always defer to your fullback, so he would have been overcalled there.
Marshall with a carry. Leeming having a look. Thompson pawing the ground. He wants to go, but it goes beyond him. And here's Cade Ellis now, who's the latest to carry it in. And they now find themselves to Wigan, deep inside their own territory and running out of tackles. How do they escape? Bird bruising from both sides, attack and defence. Leeming left, Smith now. Well, he's behind the 40-metre mark, but neither can he find the angle. Lockie Miller picks up and looking to scuttle back as quickly as he possibly can. It's high tempo, high pace game.
Yeah, isn't it? I think they've taken the cues from what we saw last night.
This is Hall, man of the moment. South Stand seems to lift its noise on a couple of occasions when he's had hands on ball so far tonight. He's a link with the past, isn't he, at Leeds? You can reflect in him some of the glories of yesteryear.
Oh, do you know what? And the quality of the output that he's provided is still so high. He may be in the twilight years of his career, but he is still a quality player and a real threat to Wigan this evening.
Handley dealt with. Bentley pushes back on the inside again. Palacia helps it on its way. Oledzki with that surge, just trying to find any possible weakness in Wigan's response and gaining a couple of extra yards after contact. Last play, Croft and Miller with a chip is making it difficult for those Wigan defenders, but the bounce makes it easier, and the tap back on the 20.
Oh, and he claps his hands in frustration. Just carried, didn't it? It's a greasy surface, as you said. We've had some inclement weather early on this afternoon. The ball skipped away on that first bounce.
It's a very Yorkshire response to the absolute downpour we had. Inclement, slightly damp on occasions. It was biblical earlier this afternoon. Here's Leeming. Game a straightener. Leeds defence is rocked and ready.
Real opportunity for Jacob Douglas as well, just playing the ball. His last game, coincidentally, last game Jack Farriman played back in August last year. A late call-up for Abbas Miski was an injury withdrawal during the warm-up.
Leeming's chip and chase. Miller's got work to do. The bounce again is kindly. And his footwork is exemplary and caused some problems there. Eckersley just getting enough of the shirt.
He does so well, doesn't he? Down the cul-de-sac, Lockie Miller. Great footwork, covers the ground so well.
Connor again, skipping it back on the inside. Handley, pushing. It's dumped to the ground. things slowed a little. So Lechki will try and work up the momentum with his surging run forward, spinning in the collision. This is Croft. And a step from Newman. And inside for Palacia. And Palacia with a dummy, and then gets giddy, fancies a go. One play to go here. Connor takes it from O'Connor, so not to confuse anybody. The kick is high. Oh, and there's a juggle there, and it's dropped by Douglas, and Leeds might swoop here, and they will. And Riley Lum is in for the very first try of the game. It comes on the back of a Wigan error. South Stand don't mind how it comes. They will celebrate. Leeds have the lead.
Jacob Douglas, he gave himself plenty of time, didn't he? But it was the quality of the kick and the chase from the Leeds Rhinos. The boot of Jake Connor. I think this half-back pairing on the evidence of the first 10 minutes. These Leeds Rhinos supporters are going to enjoy a good night. Riley Lum finishes the try, and finished it well, by the way. Still had some work to do. Beat French on the inside. Ride the tackle of a despairing Wigan Warriors player. But it's this, every touch that he's had so far has been precise, deliberate, targeted, and he comes up with something Douglas not able to take. Lum back on the inside, evades Eckersley and opens the score, and it is nothing less, Dave, than they deserve. They have come out here and they've clicked straight into third gear of the Leeds Rhinos. Bentley first on the scene, nice offload, knows his wingers outside him, good change of pace. He's in control of that the entire way through, and the Leeds Rhinos open the score in the shape of Riley Lum.
Well, he's creating quite a reputation this season. 2 tries against Salford earlier in the year. Did he score 2 tries or a hat-trick against Hull on his debut last year?
There's this new breed of rugby league player, this new breed of athlete that we're seeing right across Super League, have been for a few years now.
Connor. You don't need too long a memory to remember him taking a kick from this position. What was it, last year? And putting his finger to his lips to the ire of the South Stand. He's one of theirs now, but they won't be happy with that. Bounces out. Leeds lead though by 4 points to 0.
So, first blood Rhinos. Douglas not able to control the ball. That's what I really like about that passage of play, is Bentley. The first person on the scene is arguably the hardest working man for the Leeds Rhinos. Sometimes overworked, sometimes the wrong side of right, if you want to coin a phrase very often used by Barry McDermott, our Sky Sports colleague. But I tell you what, he was valued there, wasn't he? Right place, right time, provided it on a plate for Riley Lum.
There's a test here for Wigan, isn't there? Given what happened to them last week in rather dramatic circumstances against Hull. And here they find themselves behind on a ground where they were humbled last season as well, so they need to dig deep into character here.
Well, there'll be no panic from Matt Pete. There'll be no panic whatsoever. We are very early on in this game. Just an individual error. But they'll be very confident, Dave, that they've got the skills, the tools to unlock this Leeds Rhinos defence at some stage in this contest.
Connor with that run. Miller's come in to dummy half as a result. Well, that's another decent effort. Jenkins will play. Connor back to Miller. Miller with a kick and the chase. Trying to put Bevan French under as much pressure as possible, but he's got room in which to work here to just employ a little bit of that footwork, but quickly they do close him down. Here's Douglas. So now it's Farramond who's gone into that dummy half position, and Eckersley. So in the last little play, you saw all 3 of those youngsters who come into this side today.
And very much the future of the Wigan Warriors as well. Eckersley I really like as a player. Can cover multiple positions. He's going to be a huge asset for the Wigan Warriors in years to come.
Smith behind a 40, but again well marshalled over there by Lockie Miller.
His positioning is exceptional. As I said before, he covers the ground so well, anticipates where Harry Smith is going to put that, and he's there to take it on the full and return with interest.
This is Hall. Charging, barging effort from the big winger. O'Connor waits. One's getting involved in the more central aspects of the field. Here's Connor. Palacia. Bundling, bouldering effort again. O'Connor. Croft. Connor with a short pass and taken on by McDonald, the former Wigan player, of course. O'Connor down that blind side, and quick hands as well. And Newman putting the footwork on Wardle. Usually the other way around when Wardle comes up against opponents, but the kick is into the hands of French, and Leeds' response from Bentley is sharp.
Yeah, and again, it's that man, isn't it? It's the man who rolls his sleeves up, puts the hard work in, because if Bevan French had got past James Bentley there, that field would have opened up. It's those small contributions from that man that are really helping.
I feel a sense of encouragement from the majority of fans here today. Yorkshire, there's usually a fight somewhere when you hear that chant going up, but it's all peaceful at the moment.
I don't know where you spend your social time, Dave.
No, just in rugby grounds. When it gets aggravated, that chant usually goes up. Leeming throws it inside, and Smith with a big kick, and Hall's got some work to do here, because that is a real effort on that, but he's done well to initially make sure it doesn't go out of play and then pick it up safely enough.
Yeah, well met by the Wigan Warriors chasing pack as well.
To fire themselves out of trouble at their own end. O'Connor's having a look round, see what's available to him. O'Connor again, he's got the majority of his teammates to his left here. Miller. Connor putting it back there, joining the dots here in the shape of Handley. Here's Miller. Now Bentley, who'll take on that challenge as well with a swish of a run forward from right to left off both feet. They're on to the last play. So it's stuck up in the air by Jake. Connor and Marshall underneath it, travelled well, caught it safely. But Wigan again start from there.
No, they've been remarkably consistent, Leeds.
Oh, there's a leg.
Well, the moment the words fell out of my mouth, Dave, Mikolaj Ledski gives away a penalty. Too much in there at the ruck. So he's right on the scene, immediately into Liam Marshall. But there's just a readjustment there and a hand round the ball that stops Liam Marshall from getting a quick play the ball, and any momentum is stopped. So that's the reason for the penalty. Just a wider point, zoom out a little bit. Brodie Croft, I've been keeping an eye on him. He really fancies this right edge this evening. He really wants a crack at that Wigan Warriors left channel.
He's perhaps not had the consistency you would have hoped for in the last couple of years, Brodie Croft, but there have been games, there have been nights and occasions where you thought, here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Rob Burrow tribute game, I think, in particular.
Yeah. This is French. A little dance from him, but welcoming committee. Leeming. It's a scruffy ball, but Smith can pick it up safely enough, and an astute little kick for the corner here. If it's got the weight, if it stays in play, this is magnificent, and it is. Super kick. How good's the chase? How good's the footwork? Well, good enough from both sides, as it turns out. And Hall again. Labour to do. O'Connor. Well, they're begging for an offside decision, the Leeds fans. The referee ushering those Wigan players back into position. Eckersley grabs and makes the tackle a good one. O'Connor inside again, well met as Cooper Jenkins takes it forward. Connor back to Croft again, who's, well, winger and full-back are both well back and well placed, so they weren't going to be caught by surprise there, but the kick came off a booming right foot. And Marshall gets a booming right shoulder in the ribcage. Palacia. Smith. December. Travelling well again. It's lost none of its pace.
No, the tempo's stayed really high, hasn't it? Both teams rolling the sleeves up, getting to work, getting their elbows dirty.
Bruce Leading's having lots of time here to consider what he does. Bevan French kind of drifted left, but the ball went right, and a not outnumbered Leeds defence just deals with Liam Farrell. And here's the last, and Smith again will stick it up in the air. Lockie Miller's underneath it. Everyone's onside, and onto the field Sam Walters, who's been on a moment or two now, makes that tackle. Hall. Croft. Taking over here. He's certainly not got the size of Ryan Hall, has he? But he's eager for the work. He's
deceptively strong, isn't he? And what he makes up in mass, in weight, leg drive, hip movement. But you just feel Wigan are putting the squeeze on a little bit here. It was a good long kick from second receiver from Brodie Croft that got him out of trouble last time. The end of another set here. Wigan just turned it up on the gear, you feel, in defence.
Connor has to get this away quickly because two were closing him down, smartish. And Wigan will start in a decent position with this set as a result of that pressure, because Bevan French 15 away from the halfway line when he stopped.
Yeah, two defensive sets in a row from Wigan that have just tilted the playing field ever so slightly in the favour of the visitors. But it's a good response from Leeds as well. Numbers in the tackle.
Connor had his number. I think about 20 minutes ago he started that run to close him down. And does well. Or Nasemba. But again, the physicality is there. Wigan stopped at source. Thompson. They reach the last. Winning as a consideration here, which way to go. It's to the youngster Farriman. Bentley's trying to get on his case. Well, it's tantalisingly close to the touchline, so Riley Lunn knew the dangers and sensibly took to the ground.
Yeah, really well managed. It was a pinpoint kick, wasn't it? Just a metre from the touchline. And Wigan once again, just that smothering tactics. This is what I said about when they went behind on the scoreboard. This is not a team that will panic.
Connor over dummy half again. It's a big galloping effort. Forward again, a fresher face on the scene. Oh, that was an obstructive line that was being run there, so Palacio will just take the tackle timidly. Connor again on the last. There's some spin on that ball, I tell you. It's swerving up there, so Marshall does well to catch it on the full without even a hint of a mistake. French. Douglas. Scramble on the ground for him. Eckersley.
Surrender. Stand 3. Go.
Ellis slings it back, and Smith now. The line is good. The step from Wardle as well just rips him past that first contender, but not the second. Croft was there, tellingly. Farrell, again the hands are good. Eckersley does get it away. Douglas has not got much room on the outside, but searches well back on the in. And Wigan in a position to launch something attacking here from the boot of Smith. Hall underneath it. Just keeping concentration, and the ball just drops into his hands. It was like a huge planet, a gravitational pull that came down. And Leeds have a chance immediately to get that momentum working the other way.
That was a great take from Ryan Hall, wasn't it? I'll tell you what, Harry Smith's starting to work some variation in shape on that left edge as well. He's hit a couple of short balls to Nasemba, variation in play. The end of that set, though, ended in the hands of Ryan Hall, who took that really well. Yep, not happy, Matt P. I'm not a lip reader, but I don't think he's happy.
O'Connor, Palacio, Connor, because of that pressure that was coming his way from Farriman. Mistake's been forced, but the referee says it comes from a penalty given away by Wigan.
You don't need to make that contact.
I think it's a late hit on the passer, I think.
Sweet.
So Palacio, yeah, and it's in the back. It's in the back from Thompson, just as he releases the ball. Yeah, and you can see it's the right decision, penalty only.
You wouldn't imagine there's a consideration for goal here, would you? Surely it's kick to touch and start again. It's exactly what they are thinking. But Arthur looking on, he will be no doubt musing over a couple of moments in the game so far where Leeds have made a mistake, but they've not been costly at this stage.
I think he'd be really happy with the way his side's performed for the opening 20-25 minutes of this game.
Palacio. Jared O'Connor lining in. Back it comes, just heavily carried in by Holroyd. And they've still got 4 plays to go here as well. O'Connor, Oledzki, he's the damaging runner and the offloader. And O'Connor spins it out. Palacio gets it on its way. Croft now back on the inside. Miller with a skip, just holding things up temporarily. Throws it, oh, and Eckersley very nearly got there for what would have been an incredible interception. That was an optimistic pass, wasn't it?
I think the moment it left his hands, Lockie Miller took a deep intake of breath. As Eckersley had read that, and he very nearly got underneath the ball. Just look how close he came here to gathering that in. Leeds get to go again. Brodie Croft sitting right behind the scrum here.
It's $1 million or bust, that kind of attempted interception, and it's bust on this occasion because Leeds with possession back, and Croft very nearly finding wriggle room to get through. Still going. It's like an earthworm. Another set of 6. Wigan's defence was way off the line. The referee allows them to carry on.
Yeah,
now we get a penalty for that offside.
Yeah, he warned everybody. There was no attempt to retreat once they'd been called offside. Oledzki just made contact. I told you, I think Croft's on. I think Croft's on this evening.
They're going for 2. You could see them there. They just kind of wandered in position, didn't they? And didn't get out again. Testing times at the moment for Matty Pete's side. Looking second best at this stage.
Yeah, second best. I don't think it's necessarily a worrying sign for Wigan. A lack of performance, a lack of execution. I think the Leeds Rhinos have played really well. I think they've done the fundamentals really well. They've played the conditions, as the boys said pre-game. You get weather like this, you've got to really change the way that you play. I think they've picked the moments well. We talked about Connor's balance and discipline, didn't we? That balance between that natural flair, that maverick that's inside him, and then just that need to be conservative. Get the kicks away, get his team in the right areas of the field. I think he's been exceptional. Little flashes from Croft, the forwards doing their job.
Should be a simple job here for Jake Connor. He's not going to rush things. Hit the post from a wider angle. This should turn belatedly that 4 into 6. And into the throng of Wigan supporters behind the sticks. The ball will fly, the flags will float, and Leeds lead by 6 points to 0. John Wells.
Yeah, it's a single converting score. And as I said, the Wigan Warriors, this is not a team that will panic. It's not a coach that will panic. But they are going to have to find something a little out of the ordinary, you feel, this evening to break down this Leeds Rhinos defence. They've got something going on, something brewing in that left channel around December. French out the back, Wardle, Harry Smith. That, for me, is the axis, I think, that could cause Leeds some trouble. If they get there and they execute, I think Leeds may have a problem.
Smith with a launch. Headingley with a catch. And the initial challenge is Lane. And Wigan getting over there in numbers. They want to find the touchline, but too much work to do on that occasion. Bentley. Lost, mistake. Well, James Bentley looks forlornly at the referee. But immediately after getting the 2, they've offered Wigan an opportunity here.
Yeah, look, and I think Ashanley asked him, did he want to challenge, and I think Bentley knew. He knew and declined, shook his head, accepted his fate, knew he'd made a mistake.
You can't plant the ball first, you've got to lift it clear of the ground, okay, mate? If you try and get it to ground that quick,
So, Headingley doesn't silence, but certainly goes quieter than it has done for a while, because They know, and the Wigan fans at the far end will know, that this is an opportunity for the Warriors. It comes right through the hands of Farriman. Leeming is up there. Thompson wants a go, and he'll have a go, and he'll challenge, and he'll push, and he'll urge himself ever closer. And Wigan have got a very good platform from which to work here. Good defensive work. Sees Walters just muted on that occasion. Leeming comes out. Smith has to step away from the oncoming Bentley. Walters still has it. What's he thinking? What's he thinking? In the end, all he's thinking is about how can he get up as quickly as possible and play the ball. Leeming. Ellis, direct again. Turning his back, but can't get the pass out. Leeds sense that. Wrap the arms around him. Leeming again. We've already reached the last play. Smith throws it out here wide. Farriman grubbering it through. Miller's across tidily to make things safe again for Leeds.
Guys, it's exactly the right word, tidy. He has been so tidy. Right position, right time, cleaning up nicely for his teammates. And to think it's only his second game of the season. Challenge Cup last week, first Super League appearance of 2025 this evening. Hasn't missed a beat, has he?
It remains his kind of surface at the moment, doesn't it? His kind of weather, because it's not raining. It's the pitch, by the way, is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? When you consider how much rain came down on it. The new technology they've got here, which they implanted last November. The first team actually train on this pitch twice a week, because it's that good. On to the last here. Leeds are going to run it. Forced to run it. Miller kicks away. Marshall catches. Carrying it back towards the end that Wigan want to be. Spring in the step again here. The young winger dealt with Douglas. Leeming. Some more aggressive effort. Taylor Dupree up to the halfway line. And now it's Ellis, and back they go, and quick hands again. It's shallow, and it looked good when it came off a little earlier. Leeming dances, bounces off one shoulder. Oh, he tries to put a kick in. I think there might be an offside here against Bevan French. Oh, it's a knock-on.
There was a good piece of pressure, I think, on Harry Smith originally. Just some inside pressure, forced the quick pass. This was the aborted kick, or the attempted kick, rather, from Cruz Leeming. In the end, it's just a knock-on, isn't it? He skips out, just can't make contact with the boot before the ball hits the ground. There's your knock-on. But once again, Harry Smith just plotting and scheming in that left-hand channel. Thwarted on that occasion with some really good, enthusiastic inside pressure. Forced Harry Smith to get rid of that ball. Maybe a little faster than he wanted to.
Connor feeds. O'Connor picks up. And Hall carries. O'Connor again. It's honest stuff from Holroyd. Brody Croft is shouting out the orders. Mikhail Oledzki disappears for the time being. Gannon. Connor. And now Croft. And things are developing here, and Croft almost through, and Semba hands on, but Miller's there in support, and he too has support as well. A gallop towards the line, but just about denied. My goodness. Miller again. Can't get it away. And they're on the last. Do Wigan survive this moment, or can Leeds provide another punch now? Connor will chip towards the corner. Eckersley has to turn and can only carry it into his own in-goal area. But can he get out of there? You bet he can. Wow! What a clearance of danger that was.
That's a hugely important play from Zach Eckersley, who's covered 40 metres sideways to get the very, very significant 2 metres forward, which puts Wigan back in play. Really important passage of play, that, because I think Wigan were under all sorts of pressure. He took a big hit in the process as well, didn't he? Big play from the centre.
Moments in matches. It's Walters. Leeming. Smith again, he's behind the 20, but academic because it's pumped down the middle. Caught by Miller, and immediately head down, elbows, knees, pumping to try and get as far downfield as he possibly can. South Stand won a penalty or another 6 because of the slowness of the play of the ball. Hall's legs go spinning up and his back rocks against the green surface. Miller. Now Bentley looking for the challenge again. Walters ahead of him. O'Connor. Croft. And again right up into that line, keeping them guessing till the last moment. But McDonald is thwarted. Croft, oh, solid hit on him, but they still get it away, and Riley Lum's got plenty on his plate here. It's as much as he could have done. Gannon spinning it back in. Connor rather sticks it high in the air. The chase is on, and Newman I think got there. A little kick on as well, and Bentley's got to claim the try, but the referee's whistle will deny him any kind of celebration.
Yeah, Harry Newman's just not able to take this cleanly. Once again, Connor with the bomb drops it in exactly the right place. It allows a genuine contest, and Harry Newman just not able to gather that in. Marshall was out-jumped, out-competed by Harry Newman, but he just couldn't hold on.
I reckon that was worth a note in both coaches' notebooks ahead of half-time. The near success, the near failure, depending on which way you look at it, with that high kick. But it remains tight, 4 minutes and less before half-time. Ellis to Smith, and Smith, when he took that, he looked as though he was struggling to keep a hold, but he has managed to deflect it backwards, and Liam Farrell just tidies things up a little. Ellis again. He's backing into that. You can see his hopes and his intentions, but can't get it away. Smith. Oh, there's a big spiral on that as well. There's a huge spiral on that, and Lum bravely puts his name on that. As that was a mistake in the making, wasn't it, from the quality of the kick?
I'll tell you what, that moved probably 3 or 4 meters in the air. That is an exceptional take. And listen, the boys practice these all day, week in, week out in training, but under the lights, under pressure, there's been some moments, hasn't there? Zach Eckersley escaped from in goal, Riley Lum just then. Little moments in games that could have potential consequences for the team that have been dealt with so well.
There's Bentley with a thrust. O'Connor picks up. And Sonny helping it on his way to that right-hand side. Newman with a cute little pass out. Ryan Hall spinning between 2 and 3. When has he ever let 3 bodies in front of him deter him from making adventures forward, but can't get much further forward on that occasion. Croft puts the kick up there. There is some afters going on behind as well. Marshall came rushing in because he wasn't happy. There was some pressure on there, and I think a couple of the Leeds players took exception to Liam Marshall's involvement.
Yeah, it was Marshall on Croft, and it's the kicking leg. He's just come through to try and block the kick. I don't think there's any intention there to go for the leg.
Nothing in that, was there? Nothing in that.
You know, rugby incident, if you want to call it that.
Tell you who has not figured highly in the game is this man, Bevan French. I've seen a lot of it.
He's been kept quiet, I think. You know, I think they've been very astute with the kicking game. When it has gone to him, it's been with an awful lot of pressure. Here's Cruz leaving out dummy half. This is a nice looking run.
Coleman tries the kick, deflects up. It somehow ends up back in Cruz Leeming's hands, and somehow we're going to get another set of 6. Nasemba trying to create numbers out there. It was 3 against 2, but Leeds' 2 is dogged. Wardle. And now Smith, and now Ellis. Just about inside enemy territory with 4 plays to go. Smith with a short one, testing again, Dupree.
Good carry, really good carry.
Up to his feet, maybe not as quickly as he would have hoped. Walters Across to Smith, who Smith has seen that Marshall has made the move down that left-hand side. The kick is clever, the bounce is kind, the finish is superb, and Wigan, right on the stroke of half-time, have a try back and are right back in the contest.
Well, I'll tell you what, Harry Smith has been playing tricks on this left-hand edge. They've had shape and variation, and they have pulled in this Leeds Rhinos defence. They've hit Junior and Sember twice. They've gone out and hit Wardle once, and then when they've convinced that Leeds Rhinos defence that the pass is coming, they pull them out of shape, kicking behind, and it is a beauty. Marshall just wanted to wait for the bounce. He had time for the bounce, and as the siren signals half-time, well, I'll tell you what, that changes the complexion of the half-time team talk, doesn't it? I told you they'd be patient. I told you they wouldn't panic. And when it mattered, Harry Smith stepped up with an absolute perler.
And he's got the goal-kicking duties back as well, in the absence of Adam Kieran, of course. No stranger to the kicking tee, obviously, but Kieran arguably with a better return in terms of percentages, but he's not looking at it at the moment, but he's a lot more contented than he was maybe about 30 seconds ago. And he is a little angry by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think that'll be the Brodie Croft kick incident. That happened pretty much right in front of his position.
He's not given much hope, is he? 22% success probability. He has landed 3 so far this season, with a 29-all kick by Kieran.
Yeah, it's probably worth saying those stats are actually, they are specific to Harry Smith as well. These are not generic stats. These are built according to the player.
Right from the touchline, and the Leeds fans behind the sticks were celebrating that before the flags went up, which gave you a sense it wasn't going to land. But Wigan back in it with that timely try just before the break from Liam Marshall. Riley Lum, the early scorer for Leeds. We've got a game on our hands tonight, and at half-time it's Leeds 6, Wigan 4 in the Rugby League honours at the end of the year. But Wigan, of course, well, we know how good they are. We know what they did last year, and looking to get back on level pegging again after that shock defeat against Hull last week.
Yeah, and for Leeds in particular, I mean, the too big a club with such a storied history to be messing around on the fringes of the playoffs, aren't they? They want to be right in the thick of things at the business end of the season.
Well, I mean, a reflection of what rugby league means in these parts was what we saw at half-time out on the pitch. There were literally hundreds of kids out there enjoying themselves underneath the Headingley lights, playing their junior touch games. But now it's the real thing, and Wigan looking to bring it out through Farrell. These early encounters, as ever, important. But it's the full 40 minutes that both coaches will be looking for. Complete concentration and execution at the highest level. Leeming has a way. Nasemba just stepping off that left foot and altering the weight of his charge into a readied Leeds defence. Leeming again. Ellis across the line. No purchase. They've hit the last play, so it'll be the boot of Smith at the end of it all, and the kick is a little shorter. I think that was a clever kick, really, wasn't it? Because he knew that Riley Lum was going to be in position further back, so he just went ahead of him to make sure things slowed down here.
Yeah, angled across the field, just out of play. Just a settling first set for the Wigan Warriors. You just get the feeling with the game so finely balanced, and you know, defences, the fundamentals have been on point, haven't they, for both sides. Defensively, they've been up to it. I think you're going to have to see a moment or two of brilliance here to separate these two sides.
Never mind the brilliance. What about that little Sam Lasoni and Junior Nasemba there coming together, and Nasemba winning that one?
It's its own kind of brilliance, isn't it?
Yeah. I love to see that physicality in them. That's what makes rugby league such a toxic mix, isn't it? Of skills, of subtlety, of big strength, big power. And this is slowed now because Bentley's hurting. Actually gets up and plays. Leeds looking left, and again it's a well-aimed and well-timed shoulder from Eckersley, which puts a big full stop in Leeds' intentions, and they've lost the ball. They've lost the ball. Everybody forgot the ball was behind them, and Eckersley's dropped on it, and Wigan have it back again.
Oh, two-part play from Zach Eckersley there. First of all, the read in defence, then second, to be Johnny on the spot when the ball came free. But take a look at this. Lockie Miller's trying to offload the ball out the back, and Zach Eckersley, when he gets his head out of that melee, is the first to pound, so advantage Wigan.
Well, they had the last say of the first half. Might they have the first say of the second? Farriman in, Farrell taking it on, but taken down. Getting closer, Leeds defence having to be on its mettle here. Farriman again, launches it back, Ellis to Smith, Smith into the line. The pass is unruly, but French does well to pick it up. Marshall again, looked to have fumbled a little, but the referee's happy with that. And then just runs behind Dupree, so has to take the tackle. This will be the last. Leaning. Smith jabbing it high, and Ryan Hall is solid as a rock underneath that.
Yeah, and he's done what Riley Lum did in the first half, just super aware, super conscious of the touchline and where the kick was placed. These are tough carries. The Rhinos are going to have to roll the sleeves up here. These are hard meters. Wigan defensive line is shortened up. You watch them come off the line here.
This is McDonald, and he's not going far. O'Connor stands and waits. Bentley wants a piece of the action again. Ooh, and runs into them, and Leeming rocks back a little, but there are two teammates to help out. Oh, and that was play on. It looks as though it's been lost, but it's play on, the referee screams. An opportunity, but Eckersley across there to snuff out the danger, eventually. Some man-handling going on handling. Last play. Oh. Connor's done well to get out of trouble there, but then has messed it all up with a terrible kick, lost the ball. I mean, he danced away from the pressure, but what came next was dreadful.
That was the kick pressure that undid them. Palacia led the line there for them. Great work from the Leeds Rhinos. Offload from Cade Ellis. Again, it's messy from the Wigan Warriors.
Well, it's gone backwards. It's gone backwards. That is the compensation. Nasemba tries to take it forwards. Still Wigan have it, and they've still got tackles in the bag, loads of them, in prime position. Walters. Dealt with. Former Leeds man, of course, Sam Walters. Familiar territory for him. Smith. Bree with a burst and a turn, and he could see him shaking his head. He wasn't going to offload that. Too many arms wrapped around him. Leeming goes up quickly out of dummy half. Oh, and passes to the wrong man. It's McDonald who steps in and intercepts. And Leeds, huge side relief.
Yeah, just overplayed again from the Wigan Warriors a little bit. Here goes Harry Newman, dancing run, offload, hitting the tackle, and Morgan Gannon's allowed to play on. The referee said no obstruction, so more meters made. That's a brilliant read. It's a good intercept. McDonald, right place, right time. Lockie Miller now. The Leeds Rhinos all of a sudden have gained some real momentum. Lockie Miller, by the way, well over 150 metres. He's been a really, really valuable for the Rhinos from the backfield.
Here's Bentley. Leeds making their move. Little bounce away. O'Connor has to be patient. Referee is impatient. Gives another set of 6. So this improves Leeds' chances of turning this into something good. 10 away. O'Connor looking to deliver. Bentley looking to advance. Takes his side within 5, and they've got 4 plays to go. Can Leeds extend their lead from here? Back it comes again. Connor with a pass. Holroyd goes almost through. Slicing as he did, but pulled down. It's untidy there at the play the ball. Referee says to untangle yourself and play on. Here we go. Miller. Stepping away from Farrell, and then the pass just booms away. from the incoming Morgan Gannon, and Wigan get a tap back on the 20. And with 7 plays to go as well, John.
Yeah, look, the minute they get away from the structures, the stuff that had served them so well for the first half, you just see that's where the errors come in for the Leeds Rhinos. Lockie Miller, second wayward pass. I mean, he's been exceptional the other side of the ball.
News from both camps, by the way, at half-time. Matty Pete says, happy overall, wants his team to go for it more. Don't let them bring the game to us, is what he said. And Brad Arthur, pleased. He wants to keep it as a contest, working on good field position and completion rates. Bevan French with a dummy. Which reminds us that Jenna's not with us tonight. A little bit poorly today, Jenna, so get well soon is the message for all of them. And Sam Lassoni is making Liam Marshall feel a little off colour as well with that challenge. This is Walters.
This is some shot, isn't it? It's like running into a mid-sized car.
Stuck up in the air by Harry Smith. Where's this coming down? Into the hands of Riley Lumley's done really well. Almost escapes, but then gets dragged out of play. No, he's not. Oh, kept it in, tried to offload. It does go out of play. And Wigan congratulate themselves because they get it back here.
Wigan ball. Where's on the handover?
Yeah, Riley Lumley, I mean, he's done everything right. He's taken the ball, he's felt the outside pressure, spun away, and thought there was an opportunity to steal a couple of metres, but Eckersley again, Farrell right on it, and he's in touch before that ball goes back inside. So once again, Wigan rewarded for some on-point defence.
And Wigan are banging at the door again now. 6 plays to go, and they start 10 away. And Wardle is the first to carry in. Here's Leeming. Wigan fans in the wilderness of the Western Terrace behind them cheering on as the carry is from Dupree, and he's almost there. Well, I think he's having a look at the referee to say, are you sure I'm not there? But the referee, right on point, says, no, you're not. Play it again. Leeming. Smith. They've got numbers on this left-hand side, and French has got the footwork. And Bevan French stepping back on the inside. We're going for the big screen.
Tom, I've got a try. I've got
on the field.
Defensive read from Ryan Hall. Just confirmed that. The line decision is a try. It's a defensive read.
Well, you heard that. So let's hear from the video referee, sees what he thinks about this.
Okay, it's tackle 2. We've got on for the call of a try. We're checking for an obstruction. So run this through. So that's fine on that. Lead runner gets through the gap. So it's this one we're looking at here. So looking at the actions of the lead runner and then Ryan Hall. So lead runner runs at an inside shoulder line. Ryan Hall chooses to jam in. So we can go to grounding, please. The corner will do. This will do us. So playing from this point, and the ball is grounded. A bit of my decision.
It's going to be a try, and Wigan will have the lead for the very first time, 9 minutes into the second half.
And you said that Bevan French was quiet, perhaps ominously quiet in the first 40 minutes. He moved a lot pre-play, actually. He was at the other side of the field and then raced short side. He obviously got a pre-planned play, and it resulted in what you're seeing on your screen there. First blood, Wigan Warriors in the second half. And just to explain that what the video referee was looking at there, he was looking at whether Ryan Hall was impeded by that lead line runner. And the answer's no, because it was Ryan Hall's decision to make contact from the outside in. It all started from the error from Riley Lumley. He'd done everything right to this point, but he hadn't accounted for the awareness of Liam Farrell and all that experience. And from that, French repositioned to the left-hand side of the field. And it was Ryan Hall who ducked in on that lead line. And that's the reason that the try stands.
Well, we mentioned in the first half he'd been quiet, but it doesn't take more than a minute, does it? More than a moment for Bevan French to impose his influence on a game.
He's so good, isn't he? He needs no room to work in. He's been given no room to work with in the game to date. He must have raced 40 metres from the open side of the field at Harry Smith's request to put himself in position for that.
4 consecutive Super League games now that Bevan French has found himself on the score sheet, and Harry Smith shows no problems with that one. And Wigan suddenly leaping out to a 10-6 lead here.
Yeah, Harry Smith orchestrating. Bevan French is the man who scored it. Look where it comes from. See Bevan French, right-hand side of your screen. He was called into that position by Harry Smith on the try-scoring play. Harry Smith pulled his marquee player, his superstar, into the exact position that he needed him, provided the pass, and Bevan French puts the icing on the cake.
Given the number of Leeds defenders in that position, should he really have had that opportunity?
That's so good though, isn't he? Put you down there, see how you do defending against him. I mean, he is so good. He's so good. He's one of our brightest stars and has been consistently as well, hasn't he?
Well, they weren't happy with the first ball. They've got another one here. Well, what's the Leeds' response to this? 29 minutes left to play still, so...
Yeah, same as Wigan was in the first half. Don't panic. Plenty of time. They've been playing really well. Just a couple of individual... I wouldn't even call Wiley Lums an error, because I think what he did was the right thing. He just, you know...
Circumstances.
Just, yeah, Liam Farrell was just a bit quicker to the punch than he was.
Dupree.
Good carry again.
And charging. Trying to get him around the ankles, but he skipped over that and then thrust himself into those barrel-chested defenders coming his way. Leaning. And here's Walters. Again with a good push. Just making Leeds go back an extra few strides or so. Nasemba really burst into everyone's imagination, didn't he, on this ground a couple of years ago in Challenge Cup try. This is Ellis.
Shoulder.
Well, it has been efficient and determined from Wigan so far in getting themselves inside the Leeds half. Smith will finish it with a high kick. Ryan Hall underneath it, but the chasers are coming, and he did well to hang on. In fact, he's not hung on, but he has lost it backwards. So there's fortune there as Miller can bring it away.
Right, he's actually lucky the referee's not called a knock-on against him, because I don't think he's taken that cleanly, and it's... I thought that had touched Liam Marshall's head, but look, they get a break here. Ryan Hall's not hanging around to ask the question of the referee. And take a look at this. Ryan Hall not caught cleanly, touches Liam Marshall. That's a knock-on. Got away with one, the Rhinos.
But again, the brilliance of the choreography there, just holding off the tackle. That ball was so high. Penalty here for Leeds. Chance to clear, chance to swing the pendulum the other way here in this next set. O'Connor's found touch. This is the reason why he's given. It's the shoulder in. Connor. Where are the keen runners here? Palacio goes out, Croft again. They're going lateral at the moment. They need some directness, which Lockie Miller tries to provide, but forlornly as Smith just grimly hangs on, and Julian Nasemba then waits to the situation. McDonald, Croft, Bentley. Oh, and again, Eckersley came searching out there. He could see where it was going and just stopped Connor before he could get any kind of movement forward. Palacio. He's done some good minutes, hasn't he, Palacio?
Yeah, he's been really effective. The entire Leeds pack has been really effective. Holroyd on the ball now. Cooper Jenkins had a really good spell earlier.
O'Connor. Croft. It's McDonald just trying to push off Smith, but there's plenty more where that came from. Croft again will put it high. There's a challenge up there, but Connor can't quite reel it in, frustratingly from his point of view.
Just moments, isn't it? He had the opportunity to take that as well. He'd be disappointed with himself there. I'm just going to go back to that last set of defence. Zach Eckersley's come up with some really, really clutch plays defensively, because I think if he doesn't close that down, the Wigan Warriors were on the outside, the Leeds Rhinos were on the outside. Some really timely defensive interventions from him.
It's the quiet confidence of the player, isn't it? You know, he, as a young player, he has that presence on the field.
Oh, he's fitted in absolutely seamlessly. And he's had to be patient, hasn't he, as well? He's had to really bide his time and watch some really memorable moments on the field from the sidelines.
Harry Smith didn't like what was going on that left-hand side, so decides to come back to the middle, and Ellis has dropped it, and Leeds will get it back, and Ryan Hall goes on the charge, takes on the might of Nasemba, knocks him back. Walters there, but 6 to go from here for Leeds. Where do they take it now? Newman. Well, they've got the platform, they've got the position. can they turn it into something much better? Roy very nearly lost it. Grimly hangs on. O'Connor comes up slowly, back to Oledzki. Oledzki was at full speed by the time he got to that ball, and carries a couple of defenders a couple of extra yards.
Right, Croft and Miller are set up on the right-hand side here. Oh, it's going left.
Connor, short ball. Wigan's defenders responding in kind. O'Connor again. Connor to Croft. Croft inside. McDonald looking for a route, looking for a way through. And now they're on the last. O'Connor back to Connor. Connor goes left, quick hands, pats it on, and it was a forward pass. And it was a great finish. It was a very good finish from Riley Lum, but it was a forward pass that put him in that position.
Yeah, just a final tip on there from Ash Hanley, and it had to be. He had no more time. Jacob Douglas had given him no more time. Good finish in the corner from Lum, but it comes to nothing. And I'll say again, whilst that might be frustrating for Brad Arthur, that Wigan Warriors defence on the right edge, Eckersley first and then Jacob Douglas, some really, really important defensive contributions.
And now Leeds turn to try and ramp it up in defence and to stifle Wigan at source. Waddle. Oh, that's good. That's good in an unfancy type of way. Just get some extra yards out of that situation. Thompson crashing in.
Straight out, Jazz!
They've cleared some ground here, but they've only got a couple of plays, and Leeming will kick out. He's outside the 40, and it will find a touch, but it will be Leeds who get it back.
That's a really good kick, though. He's just bought his team 50 metres of land there. And take a look at the completion rates for both sides, still very high. 27 out of 32 sets completed for the Rhinos, 21 out of 26 for the Wigan Warriors. The weight of possession has been with Leeds, but the all-important stat is the scoreboard, isn't it? The visiting team, they're defending a 4-point lead here.
It's a contest you'd expect, given the pedigree of the two clubs. Down the years, they provided us with some fantastic occasions. And despite what might be happening in 2025, for both sides' fortunes, this is another one that's up there. O'Connor again has to wait a while. Oledzki rather, blasting it in. Yes, Connor to Croft, and Croft at pace. Oh, and he tried to smuggle it through, he's lost it. And Ellis will pick it up, try to get a pass away that was impossible. Oh, and Marshall drops. If Marshall had kept a hold, you'd have put good money on him finishing.
Yeah, Croft again dug right into the line. I get the feeling there's a hand in there from Harry Smith, and I think the referee's seen that.
Yep.
So this will be Leeds possession. Yep. They're just not able to hold on to it, Liam Marshall. But yeah, as Brodie Croft went to the line initially, it was Harry Smith probably in the act of making a tackle. It's just come off his hand, which is why the Leeds Rhinos get to go again.
Everybody settles down for a moment. 21 minutes left to play. Long way away from this game being decided as a contest. There's O'Connor inside again, and Gannon will carry on as well.
Carry. Really good carry.
So Leeds' attacking line has to take a few extra steps forward because they suddenly have a bigger advantage. And Oledzki, little spin around. O'Connor, Miller's gone left here belatedly. Connor's there. The so are Wigan's defenders. 4 gone, 2 to go. Miller. Dummies to Oledzki. Throws it back to Connor. Connor, oh, and he throws a pass which Croft feels is better to leave alone, and that was a wise decision. The kick is for Ryan Hall in the corner, and he and Marshall Two wingers of their age in hot pursuit. Marshall wins out, but only to concede a dropout.
Two of the very best. Harry Newman, instinctive kick into the corner. And yeah, you got two of the best coming together there. And Liam Marshall just manages to get a toe to that. Look at him turn. He watches the ball the entire way. And the Rhinos applying a little bit of pressure of their own now. Their forward pack's gone toe-to-toe with this Wigan set of forwards.
I'll tell you what, I feared for the life of the camera operator there just for the moment when you saw that close up.
No, they're made of tough stuff as well. Don't you worry about that.
Anyway, Ryan Hall's step got him clear. So another wave of Leeds attack is coming right now. And it's going to be led in the first instance by Tom Holroyd. Battering it forward. Is he hurt? No, he's not. Just slowish to his feet. O'Connor. Just looking to bludgeon a hole in Wigan's efforts here, but it's strong stuff. Not quite decisive. Another set of six here. Wigan were hanging on too long. Lockie Miller takes it right into the line, trying to feed the ambitions of his teammates, but Wigan are back on their own line defending. Lum, Miller, very much a pivotal role at the moment. Oh, and the collision, the heavy collision, sees the ball bounce free off the hands in the first instance of Tom Holroyd. There's another knock-on, but it will be Wigan's feed.
It was Julian Nsemba. Have a look at the contact that he makes first up. Rattles the ball free. Holroyd, and it's Nsemba into the back that dislodges the ball.
No worries, mate. Cruz, remember, keep your head in at the back. Otherwise, as soon as that ball goes in, I'll be calling it out, mate.
Size of the impact there. Two big frames coming together.
3, 4, 5, Cruz. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Loving this game, John. Loving this game. It's not the highest scoring game, but
yeah, last night was a treat, and this is a really tense affair, isn't it? 4-point ball game.
and there's a huge game tomorrow, of course. Hulkingston Rovers against Lee. Top two. 2:45 on Sky Sports Plus. And then we roll around again next week. Week 5, round 5, very nearly finished. Farrell.
That's a nice run in behind the ruck. Saw a little soft spot. Saw an opportunity for some meters.
Mago. French. Dancing, stepping, looking for the gap, and almost finding the gap and shrugging off the attempted tackle of one. Dragged down by a recovering Harry Newman, who got across to make that tackle, and Lockie Miller, I should say, got across to make that tackle. Here comes Farriman, kick back towards the middle. And Brodie Croft is back there to pick up the pieces for Leeds.
Well, I'll tell you what, Harry Newman will be thanking his teammates. He must have shot out the line 20 metres there to try and put Harry Smith under pressure, and it nearly came horribly undone for the Rhinos. Bevan French twinkling toes right through the middle, but they've somehow scrambled. Here's the French run, the step, breaks through the first tackle, but the cover comes across from Lockie Miller.
O'Connor. Miller, oof. Lifted in the air, lost the ball, Eckersley picks it up. That was young Farriman, who got right in his rib cage. Mago, told he was carrying an illness coming into the game. This was the tackle that has given Wigan a ball again.
Oh, it's a great tackle. It's a massive set as well, this, for the Leeds Rhinos in defence. The biggest of the game so far.
Thompson held up. Wigan stopped. But is it only temporarily? Walters again. Smith, Farrell coming searching back from the right towards the middle, finding only willing defenders. 3 to go. Leeds hanging on their own line. Smith now hauls it back. French, there's danger here, but it's dealt with superbly by McDonald.
That's really well handled, and it had to be as well, because French was off. He was going for the space.
Smith, Thompson trying to crash his way through. Was only one play to go. Last tackle in the set. Leeming, spinning it out. Smith now, wide again. Farriman stepping in, flicks it away aimlessly. Leeds have it back, and 3 cheers for Leeds defence.
Yeah, well done, Rhinos, because they were under all sorts of pressure. I think, you know, if they'd have been, their line had been breached, that set of 6, I think that would have been you'd have put the game in the pocket of the Leeds Rhinos, and now the Wigan Warriors concede a penalty. That's high. It's a high shot from Walters.
I think it was a touch judge call, wasn't it?
No, it's Cruz Leeming. I think both of them. You could have picked one or the other. Leeming high first, then Walters high second.
For a moment he was allowing play on, but his touch judge on the far side gave him the shout. And that's why Leeds have a penalty and a way out from where they were. Jackson Field on the pitch. Looking to use him more of a dummy half role as well, aren't they, in the years ahead, the months ahead. Here's Croft. Sinfield. Palacio gathers in and tries to gather a little bit of pace as well, and Samba, he's a strong lad. Sinfield, Croft having a look at in the middle, but Sinfield's decided to take it down that blind side. Now Croft wants it, because it will be the last play. Here it comes. Oh, it's a terrible pass to him. Connor picks it up, and a step gives him an opportunity. Another step gives him the chance to put the kick in. Hall's after it. It bounces up in the air. It's Sinfield who takes it. There's going to be a big screen replay on this. Of course there is. But the Leeds players claiming it came up ahead.
That was tackle 5.
But it's not a knock-on.
That was tackle 5. We've got a try.
He's saying try on the field. That's huge. Let's hear from the video referee.
Hand and touches his head, and then the player is onside when they come through. Well, they'll have a look at it, Liam. That's why we checked it, mate.
Okay, 7-5, we'll call the try. So it's from kicks. We're going to check onside, offside first. So we pause the ball on the foot. Everybody to the right is onside. So going through towards this challenge for the ball, everything's fine up to this point. That appears to miss his hands, but can we see something from the corner, please, just to tell us more? So, fair challenge. Ball comes up, that misses his hand, and then comes off his head, but does it hit his hand on the way back? Anything from behind, possibly the camera 5? Camera 5 will tell us more. So, essentially it misses his hand in the first part, then hits his head. Need to work out if it hits his hand. Cameron's better, so that hits his head. Still doesn't tell us much. So we're going to stay on this angle just to determine. So the ball misses his hand initially and then comes off the head. The ball doesn't change shape or rotation, so we can go through. So yeah, so the ball hits the head and then misses the hand. Can we please go towards grounding? So something wide, please. So maybe a camera 4. Camera 4, please. Needs to be from the gantry. Need to see where the Leeds player comes from after the ball comes off Ryan Hall's head. So camera 4, so slow on this, please. So everybody's behind at this point, so play too slow. Yeah, that's fine. And then through to the grounding, please. Back on the angle we had previous in the corner. And play this through, just checking the ground at this point. And the ball is then grounded. Remember decision.
Well, 500 games, and that might just be Ryan Hall's first headed assist in a try scored by Leeds. Wait for the noise now when Jack Sinfield's score is confirmed. They're all waiting. They're all waiting. Here we go. Listen. That's what it means. Level again. Kick to come. What a game we've got.
On a marquee evening for Ryan Hall, who's done everything in the game. A Falcon try assist would not have been on anybody's bingo list, would it? But Jack Sinfield will not care. I mean, it actually started off with, again, another poor pass from dummy half. Jake Connor makes diamonds out of rocks. The kick is perfect. The assist, whilst unusual, is as perfect as Leeds could hope for. I like this, though. We talked about Jake Connor. We talked about his adaptability and the value that he may provide in the halves, into the 5'8" position, off the head of Ryan Hall. Sinfield following up. We are locked up with a kick to come from Connor. And it's nothing less than the game the occasion deserves, is it?
Well, it was a perfect header. It wouldn't have been out of place down the road at Ellen Road, that, would it? But this is a big moment again. Jake Connor knows how big this is. Sticks this one over. And his side have the lead again. All is silence where once there was noise. And now there's noise again as Connor puts it through the sticks. 12 points to 10. Leeds lead. It's one of those Saturday evenings that is giving us a wonderful game.
And young Jack Sinfield must have been on the field, what, 45 seconds? Into dummy half, just following up. Now, they're the traits you instill in young players, is never give up on a play. You never know where or when that ball might pop up. Connor kept the play alive. Sinfield finished it. And the Leeds Rhinos back in front, and we are entering the last 10 minutes of what has been an absolute cracker, Dave.
We have got a finish on our hands again. Super League's doing it to us again, just like last night, just like many games so far this year. It's all about what happens in the last 11 minutes or so, and maybe beyond. Maybe we're back in Golden Point territory again, but anyway, just keep calm for the moment. Sinfield's here. Connor. Oh, it's been lost by Oledzki. And there again is a potentially costly moment, because Wigan has suddenly given a hand up. An opportunity.
And it's the simple stuff, isn't it?
Yep.
It's just maybe a little bit behind Oledzki.
Mego getting on to Walters. Wigan looking for a quick response here, having had their lead snatched away off the head of Ryan Hall. Smith chasing the ball. Bevan French being chased by defenders and almost squeezing through, causing consternation wherever he goes. Wardle flicks it in. Smith. Mego. Ferryman across the line. Eckersley. Back towards the middle, pushing away Sinfield. There's a run of Wardle, came on at pace, puts a little grubber kick in, but too many Leeds players should have diffused that, but Newman's knocked it on. Just needed to drop on it. He's claiming it went backwards.
You might be facing that.
But I don't think he's right in that claim.
They wanted him to challenge, but Ash Hanley's the other side of the field. They're calling across to him. So Ash Hanley's got no idea.
They're going
he's
for
going to trust his teammates.
Yeah, they're going for the captain's challenge.
Tom, captain's
So it's
challenge.
all about the video referee again here.
Leeds are challenging the ruling of a knock-on. It's okay, boys. Somebody will pick the meat out of it.
Okay, it's captain's challenge. Leeds challenging with a knock-on, so we'll check from the kick. So everything's fine to this point. We then something tight, please, on the pick-up. So listen, tell us much. We've got to camera 5, please. Just a bit tighter. Perfect. So the ball is touched by Harry Newman. He then loses control of the ball into his leg and goes forward in relation to the ground. Challenge is unsuccessful.
Well, it always looked that way, didn't it? There was an air of desperation to Leeds there, because they know they're under so much pressure now. And Wigan will get the ball back.
Yeah. You know, I think it was worth challenging, wasn't it? You know, it would have certainly taken some pressure off. It was a cute kick, wasn't it, from Jake Wardle? And I think everybody, the complaints went up because the ball ended up rolling backwards. But as Matt Pete rightly said, knock on, and he could see from 65 metres away.
So again, we settle in for a huge set of 6.
French behind the scrum.
Ball comes out to Bevan French, and French is trying to dart through those defenders, but they hang on. There's an air of desperation to Leeds defence now. Wigan looking for some cool, calm execution. Mego. Still pushing hard. Leaving. And now Harry Smith, and Smith goes wide, and Ferryman, they're creating numbers here, but Ferryman can't find the telling pass on that occasion. Douglas brings it back towards the middle.
Good feet.
Leeds scrambling back onto their own line. Leeming to Mego. This is Smith. Smith now to French. French to Wardle. That characteristic wiggle of the hips from him. But it ain't fooling Leeds defenders. They drag him down. Marshall. Now Smith. Leeming opposite off to Mago. Mago straightening things up with the offload, and Harry Smith darts in from nowhere and puts the kick towards the corner. He could see that Douglas was on his travels, but that is rapidly snapped up by Riley Lum, but he can't get out of there, and the pressure will remain on Leeds, all things being equal from this.
Yeah, and it's excellent work in the follow-up from Walters, and he's just, with the help of Liam Farrell, been able to push Riley Lum back inside. It's the kick again, is perfect, isn't it? He thought he got out, Riley Lum, but Liam Farrell said, no, you're going to sit back and you're in goal, and we're going to take possession again, and we're going to continue to apply the pressure.
Well, there's no gamble on the short kick. Instead, Leeds looking for distance. Marshall takes it back, but 25 metres to cover, that's all.
This has got to be a squeaky clean defensive set as well, because a penalty is a gimme 2 points, is it? Anywhere in this centre channel.
And they go back to Smith and Farrell. Leeds saw him coming. Leeming again. Just fades right, then goes left, then goes right again, and Smith offers it back to Mago, but it's a standing start for that big fella, which makes him an easier target for defenders coming his way. Leeming to Smith. Now Bevan French. French to Junior and Nasemba. Well, he's got over the line. I don't think he's got it down. Oh, it's a forward pass anyway. It's a forward pass. And listen to the response from the home fans, who know what a big moment that was.
Wow. What a massive moment in this game. Bevan French with a pass. Hard to tell from that angle. Yeah, it came out the hands forward. Bit of kidology from Bevan French, who was looking out the back. He gave it to the big man, and Semba.
So if they had a room 101 in rugby league, I'd stick the no-look pass in there, because I'm not sure it's ever effective.
I think its success rate, yeah, it must be very low.
Very often it's a forward.
I'll tell you what, looks good when it comes off though, doesn't it? Leeds Rhinos survive. Good first carry from Ash Hanley. They need to put some distance between themselves and their own try line. They made a good start. Here goes Jack Sinfield.
Almost to the 30. And they're not looking for points, remember. They're just looking for distance. They're just looking to lift the pressure. Points would be a bonus. They have enough on the board at the moment to win the game. But how far downfield can they take this? How much resistance can Wigan offer here? Slow. Sinfield. And now Jake Connor. One play. Well, they're going to run it in the first instance, and then it's just booted up in the air by Crowdercroft, and here come Wigan through Liam Marshall. We know they've got enough Bobby Dazzlers in their line to make an impression even from this distance. So Leeds needing to be at their best here.
Oh, and they've got the support of, what, it must be 16,000 Leeds Rhinos fans in the building this evening. They are making some noise. They're getting right behind the team, and it's been some performance for the Rhinos.
5 minutes and counting. 2 points the difference. Farrell taking it in. Leeming. Back to Bevan French. French out now to Marshall. Just had to kind of check his run, but he's got it away. Wardle now will carry it on. Julian Nasemba had gone on his outside, but unsighted by Wardle. Last play, Smith. Oh, that's a unlikely looking pass. Eckersley picks it up. They're still on the 5th, so he knows he has to keep it alive. Farriman will take it on again, up in the air, but again, the man of them on the mark. Every time Lockie Miller takes that, Leeds have it back.
Yeah, he's not been flawless in his overall game. Lockie Miller's been a couple of errors, ball out of hand passing, but in terms of his defensive responsibilities, he's been impeccable.
There's Love. Sinfield. They just challenging those Wigan defenders. 4 minutes to go. They'll be counting down the minutes here, won't they? Leeds, Wigan desperate to get their hands back on the ball to give themselves a chance. One play to go. Where's the kick coming here from Connor? End over end. Patched and returned. In the first instance by Douglas, who bounces away and swerves away, but gathered in. French. Here's Smith and now Marshall. Well, you can feel the fervour all around the stadium at the moment, can't you? The nervousness from both sets of fans. In the balance. 3 minutes left. Ellis now puts it back. Smith. Farrell's made an angled run, but can't get enough of an angle. Can't get enough on it. 2 to go. Leeming down that right-hand side. Farriman with a little scutter, and he's thrown it straight into the hands of Riley Lum, who got there, but has he knocked on? Has it bobbled? Yep. It's bobbled off him onto Eckersley, so Wigan get it back.
Wow, the pressure continues. Leeds have done everything right. They've done all they can. They've been good, and there's no challenge left for the Rhinos because they have used and lost their challenge. The Wigan Warriors have packed the scrum. The clock is stopped. And I'll tell you, with all the turmoil and upset that we've got in the game at the Rugby League off the field, I'll tell you what, the players on the field, the product on the field,
undoubtedly,
they just keep delivering, don't they? Week on week.
Yeah. And here we go again. Smith. Oh, he's seen a little bit of daylight there. The defenders across there quickly to close him down. Croft on that occasion. His opposite number. Leeming now. Offers it back. Thompson pushing in the faces of those who come towards him. But it's a good position they find themselves in here, Wigan. Ellis. Farriman stoops and takes, and French puts a kick towards the corner, and there's a collision of bodies. The ball all over the place. This will take some untangling. Knock on by Wigan, Leeds survive, and that might just be their last chance. Leeds get it back.
Wow.
Are Wigan challenging? Of course they are. Of course they are. Why would you not challenge this?
Captain's challenge. Wigan are challenging the ruling of a knock-on.
Okay, so captain challenge from Wigan, they're challenging the ruling of a knock-on, so it's come from a kick in the same passage of play. So we'll check the onside, offside, so everybody to the right of the kicker is onside, those that are off to the left will log them. They're well out of the 10, so that's fine. So something a bit tighter onto the challenge, please. This might tell us a little bit more, so we're slow on this. So that's in possession. The Wigan player. Does he then lose the ball into the Leeds player, which would constitute a knock-on? He appears to at that point. Can I just see camera 5, please? Just going to check the contact from Lockie Miller. Contact is front on. Check camera 3, please. This might tell us more. So the contact is fine from Lockie Miller. The Wigan player is in possession, so we can go back to the corner, please. So we've established that he takes possession, then loses the ball into the Leeds player's leg. We know that goes forward. And the ball is then taken into touch by a Leeds player. The challenge is unsuccessful.
So Leeds will get it back. Challenge unsuccessful. It's not quite settled back and enjoy the moment just yet, because there's still 90 seconds to go, and he knows his side could yet. Well, they should get the ball back before the Hooter sounds.
And look, in amongst all that, just again for Lockie Miller defensively, absolutely had to put every bit of his frame into that challenge, because Douglas had taken possession. He did enough to dislodge the ball.
Well, the drums again are beating. Noise levels lifted. It's not quite done and dusted, but it's getting very close. Hall plays, just a pick up and a scoot. Nothing fancy required here. Wigan desperately trying to rag that ball free. Well, they'll argue because they know that with every argument there's another second ticks by. Leeds carrying it towards safety. Bentley. How many tackles gone now? 3. They might just get through to the end here. They'll certainly be looking for a kick to touch once they finish this set. He's anxious, he's nervous, but he knows his side are on the brink. Leeds on the last play, slowly does it. Out it goes. Connor just whacks it, but doesn't find touch, and that gives Wigan just a glimmer of a hope. Out it comes to Harry Smith. Now it's Marshall. It's the last play of the game. Whatever happens here, Wigan try to keep it alive, starting from a desperate position, but they dump into the ground, looking out for a celebration. He knows what that means. 80-minute performance delivered, and Leeds have a win, and not just any win. They've been Wigan here tonight.
That's a huge result for the Leeds Rhinos, and they are all coming over to the South Stand, arms aloft, taking in the adulation of the fans here. What a massive, massive result. What a result for Brad Arthur. He asked his players to trust in the process, trust in what he was trying to implement at this club. And what a marquee evening for Ryan Hall, his 500th career appearance.
There's some tasty stuff going on the field here. I'm not sure what started this. I don't think Junior December was an instigator. I think he was just trying to pull a Leeds player. I think it was Harry Newman who was involved, but just having a look at this, it's all calmed down. I can't imagine the referee is going to get involved here, is he? Well, the touch judges are on. The hooter had sounded, of course, but it's still the referee in charge, and still they're all hugging each other. They're all hugging each other.
Yeah, trying to defuse the situation to make sure the referee doesn't get involved.
Yeah, ain't that rugby league for you?
I'll tell you what, but a penny for Matt Peate's thoughts. Well, I'll tell you what he would do. First thing, knowing Matt, he'd acknowledge the quality of the opposition that he's faced this evening.
Yeah.
Yes, he'll have some questions about his own team, but this is Leeds Rhinos evening on a marquee night for Ryan Hall, and they've got an outstanding result.
Well, they did it last year against Wigan, and the season didn't amount to too much at the end, but maybe this is the spark for something special for Brad Harper's side. Wigan, of course, will bounce back, but they've been beaten here tonight. Leeds 12, Wigan 10.